Hello YouTube and YouTube subscribers. Today I'm bringing you a species profile on the Kissing Gourami, scientific name Helostoma temminckii. This fish technically isn't a true gourami. It's not a member of the family Ostromyridae. It's part of its own family, Helostomidae, in which there's only one species. Now, the Kissing Gourami in nature occurs in two forms. There's a green form, as you can see here, and there's also a silver form. And from the silver form, that is where the pink colored fish you see in stores are derived. You rarely ever see wild type kissing gouramis in aquariums. I've personally only ever once seen a green kissing gourami, ever. And the pink fish that you see in stores, they're leucistic, which means they have a pigment deficiency, and that's what causes them to appear pink. Now, the kissing gourami is often sold as a community fish. In my opinion, it's not a community fish for a few reasons. One, it's not necessarily an aggressive species, but it's a disruptive species. It will chase other fish around for what appears to be no reason. It will peck at slow-moving fish with its mouth, and they will sometimes just pick on other fish that are of a similar size for what appears to be no reason. So one way to decrease this aggression is to get a group of, say, 2 or 3 kissing gouramis. They're about the same size, and that way, if they're going to have any aggression issues, the aggression is going to be towards each other instead of towards the other fish. Now, in terms of tank size, I'd recommend you get something about 50 gallons plus for kissing gouramis. They can grow up to 6 inch. They usually grow 6 to 8 inches in captivity. In the wild, they can grow to over a foot. They can grow to a foot in the wild. When it comes to other things such as water parameters, this isn't a picky species. It's very adaptable, just like most other gouramis. They can live in soft, hard water. Acidic to basic water also. The temperature should be about 24 to 28, maybe a bit higher than that since it's a gourami and they can tolerate high temperatures fairly well. Another interesting thing about the kissing gourami is that it has no sexual dimorphism whatsoever. Males and females look exactly the same. The only difference you'll see in genders between kissing gouramis is that they only show sexual differences when the female swells up with eggs during breeding. That's about it. I don't really know anything about breeding them, but one thing I do know is that they don't build bubble nests and they produce a really large amount of free-floating eggs when they mate. Now, as for diet, the kissing gourami in nature is a filter feeder. It filter feeds using gill rakers. So when you see them in the aquarium, they look like they're kissing the water, kind of. They're actually just filter feeding. And another thing they do is they also eat algae in the wild too. In terms of aquarium food, they generally just need a good flake. They have really tiny mouths for their size, and they actually have trouble eating pellets and stuff like that. So I would recommend you feed them soft foods, coarse good quality flake. You can feed them veggies, for example, like sliced cucumber and all that. And another thing to keep in mind is that since they have a herbivorous tendencies, they'll actually devour soft aquarium plants. Now, in my opinion, the kissing gourami is not that good of a starter fish because of its aggression issues, but it's a fairly interesting fish because of the behavior you see of them kissing, which actually has nothing to do with affection because you can see it actually has to do with fighting. When they fight, usually 2 individuals, they'll face each other and they'll mouth lock and they'll wrestle back and forth, and it can look like they're kissing. And that's all I really have to say for kissing gourami. I've had mixed influence with them, mixed interactions with them in the past. I'm not a big fan of the kissing gourami, but I'm thinking if you want a decent fish for an aquarium display, the kissing gourami is alright. And I'll have more information about them in the slides that are following the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.